Welcome back to Michael Jackson, the live seance. If you've just joined us, we will be starting the seance in a few minutes with medium Derek Acorah. So we are here in Ireland. We're in the beautiful Acorah house in County Cork. Michael loved Ireland and he loved this house, which he rented in 2007. So let's find out a little bit more about his time here. Michael and a surprisingly small entourage arrived at the exclusive 18th century Acorah house in the summer of 2007. With financial pressures and allegations about his personal life, Acorah offered an escape from the baying media. And it was something of a surprise visit.
We had had a call and we knew that someone was coming down here to look at the property with a view to staying for a little while. We didn't really know that it was Michael Jackson until the door opened and out popped this superstar. I guess you could have pushed me over with a feather. It was like, who's this? Is this for real?
With 22 bedrooms to choose from, Michael went for the Balinese-themed suite.
He decided that this was the room that he wanted to stay in because, for the obvious reasons, that the kids' playground was down here and he was writing his album here and been able to watch the kids and supervise them and have, you know, a bit of enjoyment just seeing them having fun outside.
Jackson soon settled into life at Acorah house. Though desperate for a normal existence for himself and his family, he did make the odd pop star demand.
One of the most unusual requests which he made of us was to, at night time, would I put all the lights on in the property. I got a little bit intrigued by this, wondering what he was doing, and I popped my head through the hedge and there was Michael Jackson moonwalking in the moonlight. It was quite an eerie scene, seeing this pop icon practicing his dance moves in our front garden here.
Listening to Des, Michael's stay at Acorah house was clearly a very happy time for both him and his children.
He was beautiful, great to deal with, and very down to earth, which, you know, defies a lot of the so-called image of these superstars in him as well.
So, David, watching that, how have you been feeling since Michael died? How have you been coping?
Very sad, because I loved him like a brother. We grew up together. He helped get me into the business. He was making records, and I started working as a journalist and then became a producer because of him. Yeah. And it was his idea for me to start producing shows. I feel so sad for his mother, because usually it's a son who buries a mother, not a mother who buries a son, and she was so close with him. She's really having a hard time.
Have you spoken to the family at all?
I speak with his mother twice. I spoke with her last night, and when I told her I was doing this, Jehovah's Witnesses don't really get behind seances when they think the world is coming to an end. But I told Tito, and he said, good luck. But I still stand by it, because I do believe there is life after death. I may be crazy, but I am crazy anyway.
Yeah, well, that we know, David. It's what we love you for. So what are you hoping to get out of tonight?
I'd like to get a feeling that he is okay and that he's happy up there in heaven with all his friends. He's probably singing with Eddie Kendricks of the Temptations and David Ruffin and
Sammy Davis.
And he's dancing with Sammy Davis and Gene Kelly, and he loved Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. He introduced me to her, and he's probably up there dancing with the Nicholas brothers, and they're sliding downstairs.
So what's your favorite memory of Michael?
My favorite memory is we went to the Roxy to see the Four Tops, the original group, Levi Stubbs, the lead singer. Afterwards, I went back and said, Levi, you're the greatest singer in the world. Michael goes, I learned everything from you, Levi. Stevie Wonder was standing next to him. He picked him up, threw him against the wall.
Stevie Wonder,
who was blind, and said, who did you learn everything from? Who's the greatest singer in the world? He goes, you, Stevie, you. And he goes to me, he hurt me. And I said, well, now you got to remember who your favorite singer is.
Exactly. Don't get on the wrong side of Stevie Wonder. Well, David, thank you. You stick around. Now, David wasn't the only person who meant a lot to Michael. His fans did too. And we have 4 incredibly lucky people who will be sitting in on the seance with Derek. So let's meet the superfans.
My name's Rachel Ferguson, and I've been dancing to, listening to, watching Michael Jackson's videos since as long as I can remember, really. Maybe it's just me, but I've always felt different, very unique, and Michael gave me hope. I do believe that Michael's watching over his fans. I feel in a way that I already have met Michael. He's brought me here, you know, so I've been to the O2 Arena on the what was to be his opening night concert, and I felt his presence there. And you know, when you feel somebody's presence, you can't deny it. You know, I was expecting him just to kind of, you know, look out from the top of a building. You know, that we were kind of screaming, Michael, Michael. You know, he was there.
I'm Darren Lee Hughes from Reading, Michael Jackson tribute artist. Billie Jean was one of the first performances I ever see, and from that day forward I was mesmerised.
Basically, a thriller outfit, smooth criminal, the way you make me feel.
Michael Jackson himself and his music has touched my life in quite a big way. He actually keeps me going through life. From when I was 9 years old and I was mesmerised by his moves, I wanted to try and dance like him. When I do the Michael Jackson tribute act, I'm not me. I'm a completely different person. I get away from all the troubles that are going in my life. That is my moment on stage. It still hasn't actually sunk in that he's actually passed away. I believe Michael Jackson is definitely watching over his fans. He's a very kind, generous person, very spiritual in a way from what he's done throughout his life. I believe he's watching every one of us. I know I didn't meet Michael Jackson in my whole life, so if this is the only opportunity I can have some connection with him, then I'll go for it.